What you doing? I'm the AC and this is Otaku News Reviews. I'm talking about Fabricant 100 by Daisuke Enoshima, Chapter 17, Take It! This chapter came out on April 11th, 2023 and it's a typical 19 pages. This chapter is kind of a start to a training arc, I guess you could call it. We find out Ayako is a 4-star in charge of training the new recruits, but we also see right away she has another side to her besides this supposedly cutesy personality. She doesn't even act that cutesy. I don't get why all the guys think she's so cute. There's nothing special about her. She doesn't even act it, but we get to see like a different inner monologue that maybe a more bitter or nasty side or sarcastic, something like that. But Shibi thinks she's cute, just like all the other guys. But like I said, there's no reason why. Even for a Shibi, we never seen this kind of aside from a Shibi before. Maybe there's some kind of charm. Maybe it has something to do with her spark. We'll have to see. However, 100 and Mimin see through it. Maybe because they're women intuition and stuff like that. And I just don't. This first part of the chapter seems like it's supposed to be more comedic. It's because it has a Shibi determined to make 100 apologize, and then 100 reluctantly and yet intimidatingly doing so. And it's nice to have a little bit of humor and stuff. This is just awkward, and I don't know exactly what is up with Ayako. And maybe that's what's bugging me most, is why are they like this to her? But then we can see Ayako says that her training exercise is for them to take her sword. But before that training can actually start, we cut to Hugo and the boss, just mainly talking about what it was like when Shibi touched the core. Apparently only 5% survived the shock, a literal shock, which makes more sense with the last chapter. That it may have worked better if they added that last chapter at some point, but yeah, they didn't tell Ashibi because then 100, who was so worried about Ashibi, would probably stopped it. Another thing I just want to point out is we're seeing a lot more of Hugo, and just Hugo taking more of a leader role, which is good. It means he's moving up the ranks, but it's just such a huge jump, and it's almost like Luca was just written out because we haven't seen him in a while. And before, Hugo was just silently pretty much following Luca around. So I don't really get what that dynamic was about, because now Hugo's the one directly reporting to the boss and giving Ashibi the tour. And hey, one of the best ways to get people to learn is to teach, and maybe that's just another step of Hugo really is just taking a leadership role. It was a quick flip between the Luca, Hugo, and boss dynamic. So now that the training officially starts, I guess, Mimi's the only one that actually fights any, or at least Ayako, for the rest of the chapter. We do get to see now that Ayako's spark is enhanced eyesight. Ooh. And uses a technique called Oculus Prism, which, sure, it looks cool. It also gives a description for it. However, what I'm worried about is it's just going to get very typical, fancy techniques and show off and just, that shonen stuff, which it gets a little bit more far-fetched. It's it's enhanced body parts and stuff like that. They're strong, their face. And it's okay, but when you're just creating prisons with your eyes, that's a bit of a stretch. Yeah, maybe reading movements a little bit more, like the Fabricant 33. Okay, and yeah, healing is also a stretch. I get it. But this one's just straight up here's artful, pretty cool looking technique kind of thing. Really stretching what it's doing. But now I guess we're just going to see more of this. And maybe this is what people like more. And this is why the author is deciding to go in this direction more now. But who knows? Maybe it's just always was planned. I don't know. I'm a little skeptical of going this route. But now Ashibi. Maybe he broke his little cute trance, but he seems determined to fight or to do something. I don't know how he would actually fight, and because he's fought against enhanced eyes before, and he might know how to do it again. Thinking on how Ashibi will fight, though, really it might just be throwing himself in danger over and over again. If he knows he can heal super quick, he might, just throw himself out there. Literally, if it's a sword he needs to take, what I'm imagining might happen is him just stabbing himself onto the sword and literally using his body to take it away. That's what else can you do? Maybe it's something smarter. I hope it's something smarter, but that's all I can really take from it. And then last bit, of course, is the title. The title is pretty much just a variation for like fighting banter. You know, when they're fighting, blows back around, they're like, "Ha! Take this, take that, blah blah blah." It's just take it! Exclamation point too. But I guess it'll be more from Mimi, who would say this than anyone. But there was only a little bit of fighting. It's not like it was a huge step in the training arc, especially for a Shibi. But I don't know. The title's also weak. Yeah, it could have been something cooler, or maybe just wait another chapter until they're actually fighting, because it wasn't too much. I mean, yeah, Mimi has that kind of attitude that would be like, take it. You know, I didn't even look to. I don't think it was. I don't think anyone in the chapter said take it. That would make a lot more sense. But I don't know. It was, yeah. Maybe I'm starting to be too picky with titles now because I feel like I'm a lot more cynical. But yeah, that's all the title really was. But let me know what you thought of this chapter, everything, the fighting, what you think Ishibi's going to do for his fighting style or whatever. What is up with Ayako and Mimi's there, I guess. I mean, what happened to Luca? What's he doing while Hugo's just taking the reins for Ishibi? I don't know. A lot can still be talked about. So go ahead. Let's talk about it. You can leave comments. You can follow me on social media, the AC Stories, or email me at theacstories@gmail.com. Or hey, join my Discord, a little community. Links to all that stuff will be in the description. But hey, you like what I have to say, go ahead and give a like. If you want to easily stay up to date, go ahead and subscribe. But that's all I have to say about this chapter of Fabricant 100. Until next time, I'm the AC. Thank you so much. Bye.